Now, what does the cell do? There you go, what I just told you. If it's a nonpolar, look at this fancy regulatory molecule, all right, that would be hormone. It passes through the plasma membrane, goes to the nucleus, starts transcribing DNA. If it's polar, it's going to have to use a second messenger system, but the response will be rapid. And it's often opening ion channels to change the concentration of ions or the electrical charge inside a cell so the cell will do something. And then you've got little graphics. So there we have our receptors on the inside of the cell, slower. Polar is working on the outside of the cell, faster. The catecholamines, which include epinephrine. Epinephrine is actually non-polar. But would it serve the body to respond over an hour before we could run from the bear? No. So in the case of something like epinephrine, it goes ahead and binds to a receptor on the outside of the cell, so we can get a rapid response. All right, who is the second messenger? It could be calcium. It could be cyclic AMP, okay, ATP, ADP, AMP. 3, 2, 1. The 3 and the 2, those are all about energy. The 1, adenosine monophosphate, is part of the second messenger system. Or we could be using the G proteins. And so inside the cell, something is inactive, it gets activated. Think of enzymes. And then the active enzyme activates the next enzyme, which activates the next enzyme, which gets the thing we want to happen. We'll see that a lot. From another book, so there's a polar signal molecule, binds to a membrane receptor, which changes shape, starts activating enzymes, which activates a second messenger system, and the cell response may be to open an ion channel, or it may be to contract if it's a muscle, or to excrete its hormone, whatever. And so that brings us to the 4 different kinds of membrane receptors we're going to talk about. So these are all going to be responding to polar molecules, and they will use a second messenger system. These are the 4 different kinds of receptors, the 4 different kinds of metapos that are in the cell membrane.
You say second messenger?
Yes. First, we're going to talk about the enzyme receptor, then the G protein, ligand-gated channels, and then the integrins. All right. Insulin is going to be a big example here. A ligand, by the way, just so you don't get thrown off in terminology,